Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. Today's weekend WIP, we are going to be working in this Creative Haven book, which is Wish You Were Here. This is one of the ones that's on that huge long list of books that I still haven't gotten to, but I'm working my way through them steadily. So, so I started this page a few days ago, just haven't gotten back to it. So I thought I would work on that today with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of my tea. And this tea is very helpful this morning because it is cold at my house. Fall just kind of came and smacked us in the face. It was like 90 degrees, and then the next day it was like the low temperature was 40. I was like, what is going on? So, yeah, I want to do this. I've got some pencils pulled, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started, and then hopefully things that I want to say will just come naturally because I'm kind of struggling with words right now. So I did notice that I got some of this blue. So I'm using the Brute Fooner 120 square on this Creative Haven paper, and it's working really well. I did use a little bit of Gamsol in the background to blur out the sky, but the rocks, none of that has any Gamsol on it. So, and it looks pretty good. So we'll see how the trees do. So I really wanted to have lovely orangey gold kind of trees. So we'll see how this goes. So good morning or good afternoon or good evening, whenever it is that you happen to be watching this. I am coming to you from Friday again. We have another busy Saturday going on, so unfortunately I'm going to miss out on people's live streams and, things like that, but I will be, I wanted to make sure that I got this out to you guys. So I'm recording on Friday again. A couple of people that you should check out, and I'm not sure if they are doing that this weekend as well or not. I think Lily at Art Journey UK does a Saturday like group coloring live stream. It's really cool, and you should totally check it out. If it's one that I've wanted to go to several times. The timing has not worked out. I was able to be in the chat at one point and just laughed my butt off the entire time. So yeah, definitely check that out. You don't have to have a YouTube channel. You just have to have a little bit of equipment, a webcam. That's really it. Maybe some headphones. And go from there. So anyway, check out her channel. It's awesome. I know she's got the replays up of the other live streams as well. Definitely look into that. I don't think my friend Emma is doing hers. I can't remember exactly. But definitely check out Emma Colors 2020 for any live streams there. A lot of people are getting into the live streams. That is one thing that I did want to talk about today too. I know I mentioned it briefly last week. I am going to be participating in Emily Illustrator's Harry Potter Colorathon, which I am excited about. But it will just be me on the live stream, and I have yet to stream live by myself. So at some point in the next, before the Harry Potter Streamathon, which I think is, I want to say it's October, it is, now I'm not going to remember, it's towards the end of October, I believe. Or it could be October 15th to 17th. Good Lord, I'm going to have to check. Hang on a second. Okay, so yeah, it is October 15th through 17th. And I am doing that Friday, so mine is October 15th. So yeah, I really need to, sometime in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to do a practice live. And I really wanted to say thank you to everybody who gave me words of encouragement last time. I'm not nervous about interacting with any of you at all. It is just in my head, I have this pressure that I have to, like, I don't know, perform or something. I don't know. But I struggle a lot of the times when I'm in real life situations with what words I need to say, and you know, I trip over my words. I mean, you guys have heard me do that in these videos, but I trip over my words a lot, and you know, there's that added little stressor of being live and all that. But I am looking forward to it. With that all being said, I am looking forward to it. You know, I don't want to be too down on myself because I'm sure that it'll be all right. You know, I'm not going to be as funny as some YouTubers. I'm not going to be as peppy as other YouTubers. I'm just going to be me. And hopefully that, that won't be too terrible. Okay, what else? I wanted to talk a little bit about the channel. I have got my first couple of videos of my color along for the month have been posted. It is taking a lot longer than I thought it would to get the page done that I had selected. So you all voted for a 2-page spread in Hannah Carlson's Tales from the Forest Kingdom. And there are several 2-page spreads. There's not as many as I thought there were, but there are several. And there was one that I really wanted to do, but I noticed that Emily Illustrator had just done it, so I didn't want, because I know that there's a lot of crossover between channels, and I didn't want you guys to have to sit through another page, even though I probably would have, I mean, it would have been a different page completely, but I wanted to select a different page just to do something a little bit different, you know. But I really love the unicorn page that she did. It's gloriously beautiful, and her concept was really cool. So I ended up picking the mushrooms. It's like a mushroom house thing, but there's a 2-page thing, and there's tons of mushrooms everywhere, and it's lots of leaves and flowers, and it was just perfect for all of the fall colors that I want to use right now. So I picked that page, and I got started, and then I quickly realized that it was just going to take way longer. Because I think in the first video I say something about, you know, I don't like to have these color alongs stretched out too long. You know, I don't like to do more than 4 videos at a time, and I'm getting ready to film the 4th one, and I am nowhere near done. So yeah, so that is, and I'm trying to make them not super long videos too. Like, I don't want it to be like 2 hours at a time. So I just, you know, I do smaller sections, and, you know, a little bit of speed coloring here and there on things that, you know, I've talked through and explained how I would be doing it. But yeah, so yeah, those videos are up. I will still be releasing, hopefully, an alphabet video along with the color along, so that instead of having 2 how I color alphabet videos in a week, there'll just be the one along with the color along, while that one is while I'm in the process of finishing that up. I do need to get another color in here. I think I'm going to try 21. Is that one? Okay. We'll see how this does. I just want a little bit darker in some of the areas. That'll work. Yeah, what was I saying? Alphabet series will be out once a week instead of twice a week while the color along is being released. And it's probably going to go, I'm assuming the color along is going to go right up to the end of the month. And then, of course, then I'll have the my completed pages video and the haul video. So probably one a week for a little while on the alphabet series, but then as soon as, I get all those other videos out of the way, then I will get back to having that come out twice a week. Thank you so much to everyone who has commented and liked and just supported that series of videos. It is going really well, and I love that people are finding it useful. That's always what I want to do here when I put a video out. I want people to find it useful. I want them to find, some small thing that they can take away from that and be like, oh, well, that made my coloring job so much easier. That is my goal every time I do a video. I mean, maybe not these weekend WIP videos, because this is more just like a catch up with friends and, an update and a little bit of therapy for myself. But yeah, I've just been so touched by all of the comments and everybody's just the love. I love the love from you guys. It is amazing. Yeah, and so I wanted to thank you all sincerely for all of the support for that. I also recently hit 2,000 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. I was not prepared for it. I wasn't watching my subscriber count. And then my brother texted me. He's like, yo, you hit 2,000. I was like, what? And yes, we are, how old am I? 43, and he's 38, 39. He's 38, but we still say yo. So anyway, he was really sweet and let me know about that. And so again, thank you to everyone who has subscribed. It just, I'm not in it. I don't do this for money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not in it just to get as many subscribers as I possibly can. But just the fact that, I don't know, that many people decided that maybe I was somebody that they wanted to give their time to is pretty touching. And yeah, so I enjoy it. I enjoyed hearing that. I enjoyed the fact that my brother was excited for me. And I enjoy being able to come on here and just share all of this with you guys. Well, this tree is turning out a little more orangey than I had originally planned, but that's okay. We're just going to go with it now. It's going to be completely orange. Let's see, what else? I want to talk a little bit about these weekend WIPs, and because I know there's a couple other channels that do like color and chats or very similar things where you kind of just get on and you chat about whatever's going on in your life. And it's basically just kind of like a little catch up with friends, and you don't have to watch them if these are not your cup of tea, like I've heard recently about some other channels having some problems with people just being mean and rotten, and I don't get it. Like, I just can't fathom why somebody would take their time to write something awful to someone else. I just don't. I don't know. And I don't know. If they're not your thing, don't watch them. That's fine. But don't be jerks. Just don't. Which brings me to another thing. I didn't really want to talk about this a whole lot, but I do want to address it. I popped onto YouTube the other day, and I have not been able to stay up to date with a lot of videos. So I was catching up on some videos, and one popped up on my feed that was suggested, and it was from Jojosa Hannah, and she was responding to, I think it said drama or something in the title, and I was like, what is going on? And so I watched it, and I was just like, I was so taken aback by what she said this other person had said. And I was just like, who thinks that way? Who, like, I don't know. So I did go and watch the video, which I'm sure gave, YouTube a little bit more incentive to share it to more people, but I kind of wanted to see what was happening. And then, so since then I've watched the original video. I've watched several people's, like, they're not really rebuttals, but they're, opinions about said video. And I have a couple of things that I kind of want to say too, just to, I don't know, just give my 2 cents about it, I guess. So the first thing, I did make notes, which I had to laugh because I was watching Color Me Stress Free, and she had notes to her side as well. And I was like, that's exactly what I would have to do. And then I have the notes. So I only have a few. And then we're not going to talk about it anymore. So the first thing was, there was comments about how people are wasteful in their collecting. And I think that's just a bunch of horse shit. Sorry. There are people in this world who are collectors. That's what they do. I am one of those people. When I was younger, I collected stuffed animals. When I got a little bit older, I decided that cows were my favorite thing on the face of the planet, and I had cows everywhere. I had cow figurines, I had cow stuffed animals, I had cow slippers, I had cow PJs, I had cow purses, I had, everything and anything that was cow related, and I loved it. It made me happy. My husband has gobs and gobs and gobs of baseball cards and other sporting cards and Magic cards. That's a game. It's called Magic the Gathering. Anyway, and that brings him joy. And when I was a scrapbooker, I would collect papers. I mean, I still have a ton of that paper, and I will occasionally go back in and either just look at it or use it, or, I'm not scrapbooking as much as I used to, but I still have a lot of it, and it still brings me joy. And since I've gotten into the coloring community, coloring books make me happy. They just do. And so while I might get, 8 or 10 coloring books each month, that's my prerogative. That's my decision. That's my right. And there is no one out there who should, I don't know. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. It was just the way that it was worded was just really off-putting and a little hurtful. And I don't know. I think a lot of the people in the community just really felt a little betrayed, you know? Okay, so yes, I'm a collector. I collect things. I have realized recently, and we've talked about this on this channel, that I have quite a few things that aren't getting as much love that I would like to give them the love. And so I've made that list of all of my books that I want to color in, and I'm going through it one by one. Am I adding more to my collection still? Yes, I am. But it's not, my kids are clothed and fed. They get to do what they want. My husband's, everybody is happy. And it just, I don't know. I'm a little ticked about that one. So next, in this community, I am genuinely happy whenever anybody gets a new product. I am, oh, that's the pencil I was looking for. I was like, where is this pencil? It's in my hand. Hold on, I gotta find my other pencil. I think I want, so I'm just looking at this color chart is the worst. I really need to redo this. Yeah, I want that one. Okay. Yes, I think that's what I want. Yeah. So yeah, when people get new books and they show that off in their halls, or, you know, they get sent a book from an artist or a publisher, or a new book has just come out and they're the first ones to have it, I am so genuinely happy for them because I know how happy I would be if I was in their position. Like, I don't have any feelings of resentment towards them. I just don't. And I don't know, that might be, you know, because I'm privileged enough to be able to go out and buy that book or supply or whatever it happens to be if I decide I want it. And maybe I'm just overlooking a little bit of privilege there, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, I'm genuinely happy for those people. And I don't know. I didn't want to get too into this. When I show off a new book or a new supply, and I guess maybe show off is not the quite the right wording here, because I don't feel like I don't want it to ever come across that I'm showing off, that I, you know, think I'm better because I got this thing and you don't. That's never, ever, ever what this is about. I truly believe that there are people in this community that are as passionate about this as I am, and I just assumed that there would be an understanding, and I do feel like there is. I'm not going to let this one person's comments ruin my opinion of everybody. I know that there are people out there who love this as much as I do, who are genuinely happy for other people when they get new products. And they, you know, and they find use in these haul videos, you know. They get to see things a little close up. They get a little bit of a flip through, or if they want to see a flip through, then they can request a flip through from whatever item I've shown off or whatever. Then, you know, then they can make the decision for themselves if they want to get that. Yeah. Okay, and then that brings me to another point is because of the nature of YouTube, and it's going to sound so weird to say it, but I recognize the fact that I could have some influence over what things people buy. I really hate the term influencer, but it has been bandied about. So, yeah, we're going to use that term. I don't set out when I am doing a haul video to say, hey, this is the thing. You need to buy the thing. You need to get this thing. You have to have it. I am not sponsored. I am not paid. I have not received any free supplies, any free books, nothing. I've been approached by several companies and I have so far declined everything because I wasn't interested in what they were trying to sell. So if like Debbie said this in her video, Color Me Stress Free said this in her video, if Hannah Carlson or Johanna Basford were to send me a new WIC, I'd be like freaking out, so happy. But I'm not gonna personally go out there and just do whatever will get me, free stuff. There are people who are in the YouTube world who do that. They get the stuff just to get the stuff, and they don't really care about the stuff. But what I've seen in the coloring community is people who do receive things from publishers or who do receive things from artists, they give you their honest opinion. They don't just say, hey, you need to go get this stuff because I'm being paid to, or because I got it for free, or I'm being paid to tell you about it. They're very clearly stated that they are, either sponsored or have received this item. They are very clearly stated that they are giving you their honest opinion, which I believe. Like, especially, and I don't know what YouTuber she was watching, and I'm sorry that YouTuber has ruined her for everybody else, but I don't know. Hold on, I gotta sharpen a pencil. Yeah, I believe the people that I watch. I believe what they say. I value their opinions. And I would hope that anybody that watches my channel would feel the same way. Like, I would just be devastated if I felt like people didn't think I was being authentic about the things, or truthful. I don't know. It was just really, just made me grumpy. Grumpy. Okay. But so that being said, with the influencer stuff, I would hope that everybody that watches my hauls knows that I do not think that you have to go out and buy every single thing that I have shown you. I am showing this stuff so that you can make an educated decision about whether it is right for you or not. And I wholeheartedly believe that is what everyone else does as well. Like, every other YouTuber that I know, that I've talked to, that's what they're doing. That's what they're here for. We want to help you make these decisions for what is best for your hobby. Not, hey, watch my channel, buy my stuff. I mean, I know that there are some people out there like that, but I have not seen that in the coloring community. I just haven't. And I would really be interested to know what channels they were referring to, but yeah, it just seemed crazy to me. Yeah. So what else? There was another point. There was something else she said that just kind of made me just be like, what? Oh, yeah. And so Debbie from Color Me Stress Free also talked about it in her video. And I do have a couple other videos that I still have to catch up on, but I needed to come and record this for you guys so that I made sure to get it out on time. She brought up the term humble brag, which, what even is that? Like, I don't get it. I just don't. Like, people who are humble don't brag, and people who brag aren't humble. And the words don't go together. And I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, so let me know. I mean, I don't want to keep bringing up the topic, but you know, I don't know. I just wanted to address it. So, okay, so moving on. Let's move on. So this weekend, I get to play D&D again, which I'm super excited about. My daughter will be home again this weekend. I mean, and that's like more than she's been home recently, so I am very excited to see her. Yeah, and I'm kind of excited to disappear into my character for a couple of hours. I play this is probably not going to make sense to 99% of you, but I play a rogue, which is like it's kind of like a sneaky thief kind of person. And she is a water genasi. So that means that she's got like a genie heritage in her background, and then like a little elemental mix in there too. So I can do fun spells where I control water and things like that. And then my background is I'm a swashbuckler, so it's kind of like a pirate. So I just thought all those things kind of went together. The rogue, the pirate, the water genasi, they all kind of mixed together. But I really enjoy playing that game. And as much as I've tried to make her different from me, I'm not like the best actor. So she's still the mom of the group. She still takes care of everybody, even though she's a pirate. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to doing that, and just being with my family, because they're so fun and funny and sweet and just make me happy. And then, yeah, so Saturday, I'm going to take another sip of tea here. Hang on a second. So Saturday also, so Saturday morning, my daughter has a cross-country meet. My son has a cross-country meet. My husband's got a soccer game. So everybody's going to be all spread out. And then we do have to, I got to figure out, what color do I want to do the house? I was thinking about making this red, the lighthouse with the red stripes, but I don't know if I want red or black. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about this. I'll probably have to look at a real lighthouse just to figure out what I want to do with that. I'm going to work on the clouds for now. Is this the one I want? No. Yes? Yes, these two. I got to sharpen again. Hang on a second. All right. What was I saying? So yeah, so Saturday we're doing all of that in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I have a family get together that I haven't seen these family members. It's all of my dad's side of the family, and I haven't seen a lot of them for a couple of years. So I'm very excited to see all of them. A little bit of a family reunion here. And I've got a lot of cousins on that side of my family, so, and they all have kids, so it's going to be a larger event. But like I said, excited to see everybody. And then in the evening is when we're playing D&D with my other side of the family. So lots going on Saturday. And then thankfully Sunday I just have to drive my daughter back down to where she lives. So yeah, so that won't be too taxing. I'm hoping that I can work it out so that I can make sure to check out, well, you know that Corey from Colorfully Optimistic is, she does her live streams on Sundays. So, this one is going to be, I think this is supposed to be blue. Well, darn it. I'll have to figure out which blues I used. I don't really remember. Yeah, so Colorfully Optimistic, she has her live stream on Sunday afternoons. Yeah, you should check that out. Those are always fun. That is one other thing that I did want to talk about, I guess. There was a comment made about people being cliquey. And that word, I think it was used on purpose. I think it was used purposefully as a trigger word, you know, because I'm going to guess that the majority of colorists that are out there were probably not the most popular kids in school. You know, we were more of the arty kids, or we were I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It might just be me projecting. I wasn't the most popular kid in school. I had a few friends. I had a boyfriend. But I just was, you know, I got good grades. I didn't get in trouble. I, you know, was just kind of there. And I didn't have a ton of friends. And that didn't change as I got to be an adult. You know, when I was working, I had a few friends at work. And then thankfully a couple of those have stuck around. So I do have a couple of really good friends. But since I've been a stay-at-home mom, it's harder, a lot harder to make those friends because you're not meeting as many people. So when I started watching YouTube, I was intimidated by the relationships that I had already seen these people making. And I was like, well, how on earth am I supposed to fit myself in there now when, you know, they've known each other for this amount of time, or, you know, they've had, you know, all these other experiences with each other. How am I supposed to get into that? And the way that you get into that is to just get into it. You have to comment. You have to talk to people. And with as socially awkward as I am, it was not easy, but I did it. And every time I did it, it got a little easier. And the more I did it, the more I started seeing, you know, like repeat names. And then the more I got used to talking to these people, I have never had an experience in this community where if I had reached out to someone, they were like, F you, you suck, leave us alone, you're not cool enough. You know, like that just doesn't happen. And the fact that she used that term, yeah, it was definitely used on purpose. I'm going to say that. the other thing that I saw in a lot of the comments was, you know, I think Johanna, I always say Johanna. It's probably Johanna because I think that's how she says it. I'm going to try to say it right from now on, Johanna. People form relationships, but those relationships are not in exclusion to everything else. So while I may be friends with a couple of these wonderful people that I have met online, that doesn't mean that I don't have room to be friends with you as well. It doesn't mean that I don't have room to, you know, send you a nice note or heartfully thank you for whatever comment you've made, or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I would hate for anyone to think that we weren't just ecstatic when people reach out to us. YouTubers, I think in general, and colorists, even more so, use this hobby as a mental health tool. And the majority of the YouTubers that I've seen that do coloring online, they've talked about it openly. And I don't know. I don't know. I hope this is making some sort of sense to you guys, because I feel like I'm just kind of rambling at this point. Anyway, let me just say, never, ever, 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 ever hesitate to reach out, to send me a message. I sometimes struggle with myself to respond to people. That doesn't mean I don't want to, or that doesn't mean that I don't think you're awesome for taking the incentive to reach out to another human being. I adore that about this community. I've met so many awesome people, so many ladies that are just wonderful. I've made some really good friends, and I just have the warm fuzzies about everybody that I've talked to. And so I'm just kind of mystified at this woman's perception of all of this. It kind of makes me sad for her as well. That this is her takeaway. Yeah. Okay, I'm done talking about that. I would much rather say how much I love you all. I thank you so much for continuing to watch, for, you know, putting up with me using a little bit of this weekend WIP as some therapy, and for continuing to support any tutorials and color alongs that I happen to put out. They're definitely not my most popular videos, but I still feel like I don't want to say, I feel like validated's not the right word, but it's similar to that, you know, like I'm not just on here talking to nobody, doing things for nobody. People are actually watching. People are actually getting use out of what I'm doing, and people are enjoying it. And that's all I want. So I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I don't think anybody else on this, I'm hoping nobody else in this community has taken that person's words to heart. Because I wouldn't want it to change. I love it. I love it just how it is. Okay, seriously, I'm going to stop now. I'm trying really hard to get this page done, because I do have only a few days left in the month, and I was a little bit of a reading kick there for a little while. So I was just reading and not coloring, and I don't know. I wanted to make sure that I get more pages done. It just makes me feel good about myself. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I truly, truly appreciate it. And, yeah, I think that's it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Again, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.